Board and card games are often seen as being nerdy and for people who live in their parents' basements. However, more and more dedicated board and card game stores and gaming cafes have been opening up around the country. To start off, I wanted to find out what board and card games people like to play.
Kind of games that I like to play, they've varied over the years, and currently it seems to be a mixture between traditional board games like, say, Jaws, Jurassic Park.
The games I play the most, I'd say, is probably Dungeons & Dragons, Catan, Risk. Card games, I've recently got into Magic, and I used to play a lot of Gwent, the Witcher card game.
I like to play there's a bunch of games I like to play. The one I'm most into mostly now is Yu-Gi-Oh! But I also play a bunch of card games like Magic, play a bit of Pokemon.
Play trading card games like Yu-Gi-Oh!
So now I know what kind of board and card games people like to play, I now want to know what kind of stores people like to go to play their games.
I've been to quite a few of the stores in Leeds, Geek Retreat and Travelling Man are definitely two of my favourites. You know, the atmosphere in there is just better. You know, you go in, there's friendly staff, there's people there who are always, want to talk about what they're into, helping you pick out the right stuff.
I first went to Geek Retreat back in, it must have been 2019, I think it was, just before the pandemic struck. The place itself looked great, and there was a good range of games. The fact they provided food as well, and the atmosphere of it just felt really good and felt like really inviting.
This is the main important one. This is the one that I normally go to. I don't usually go to other stores. I usually go to other stores just to buy stuff, but to actually hang out with people, I usually just come here because everyone's here so really friendly and stuff.
One of the places mentioned that sticks out is Geek Retreat, as it is a place I have been myself, so I wanted to go and find out a little bit more about why people like the place and why people like to go there.
It's very rewarding from a sort of like community point of view, and making friends and seeing other people make friends and just building something that matters to people is really cool. One of the things that we were very big on when we were opening the store between myself and my wife and my assistant manager Kat was the idea that we wanted to try and make a place that was very blatantly and openly inclusive.
Yeah, this is a very comfortable space. We have some people that come here that they usually have some disabilities, and they usually just fit in quite well.
We're playing Blood Bowl today. We're in a local league, and this is the first of the playoffs. It's been a bit chaotic.
Yeah.
We're almost at the end of the first half. Yeah, we're almost at the end of the first half.
Now I have seen what kind of board and card games people like to play and where people like to play their games, I now also want to have a look at other groups people play at outside of these environments. So I went and spoke to some people that have a Warhammer group at the University of Leeds.
So I'm the president and founder. We founded it a bit over 2 years ago when there wasn't very many of us, and now we've grown to over 60 members, and we've built a really great community, I think.
So I'm currently the social media manager, working on the committee for the society. So that involves helping to market events, helping to advertise the SOC in general, and trying to attract new people and keep them interested and keep them coming back.
So I feel our society, compared to quite a lot of the Warhammer sort of clubs and groups that I've seen, our one is a lot more inclusive and more catered to students. I think that in general Warhammer has a bit of a problem with the younger audience. I think that it's mostly a lot of old people, and lots of people don't feel welcome, and a lot of also groups that are quite casual, like our one is, and I feel that our one sort of is as welcoming as possible, and we make it as easy as possible for people to actually get started in the hobby.
It's always just been about bringing friends together, being able to play games like with one another, but I also really enjoy like the painting side of it. It's kind of calming to do in your free time.
We try and be as inclusive as possible and as accessible as possible at all times, because it can be daunting to start a new hobby with a new group of people. And I know that when I joined, I had that anxiety.
I'm an alumni of the University of Leeds, and I kind of found the society by accident and have become their kind of strange, eccentric uncle, I think. But like the amount of like international students that really are coming in. So the last big game, we had like an entire kind of where it was kind of European corner, some kind of Chinese corner. So we have like a 3-language game was quite good. And again, mostly like the painting and the hobby side, again, quite a lot of women are coming in as well. So again, it's one of the, well, compared to the societies I was in when I was at university 10 years ago, it's a lot less of a single demographic, which I think they've done a really good job.
Yeah, most of my best friends at university are from the Warhammer stock. It starts very much as a group of friends, and I think definitely over time we've kind of found our own little family here. You know, we share this kind of niche hobby with each other, and we spend so much time together every week that it's impossible to not come to love these people.
Like what Ethan was saying, I've made most of my friends through this society, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. I think having an outlet, a creative outlet, is very important for people. It's great for mental health, and it's great just to relax a bit.
I found them excellent. The first year they set up, so I think 3 years ago, they didn't play at the university because they weren't given kind of the full society privileges of going into all the rooms. And they went down to a local shop I was shopping in, and I saw what was like 12, 18-year-old, like half-built, scrapped together bits of toys, and I was like, oh God, are you here next week? And I came down with like 2 big boxes of bits and old toys, because I've been playing for like 20 years. And they just looted it and said it, and then since then, started joined the societies and alumni, and I've got lots of stuff, so if people need things, I try and provide it, because I think it's really good. They've got a really good site. It's one of the nicest gaming communities I've ever played in.
We have now seen what it means to be part of a card and board gaming community. It's not just about the games, but the people you play them with and your surroundings, whether that be in a gaming cafe or within a gaming group in a college or university. We have also seen how these spaces have helped people feel more like themselves, and how inclusive they are, and how they are not just one kind of person, but spaces where everyone is welcome, and how people don't just use them for gaming, but also as a means to meet new people, to make friends.